Yeah. Hi, guys.
Hi.
I got a cough drop. I'm not contagious. I'm not sick, thank you, Jonah. We decided to paint our house inside. Now, we've been in the house for almost 7 years. You know, there's things we haven't moved in 7 years. Do you know how much dust is under that stuff? I really think that's all this is, but bear with me, okay? Jonna almost did my talk. This happens to me all the time. I gotta tell you, sometimes it's a little frustrating because I plan something and they do it for me in 5 minutes. Now what do I do? Jonna talked a little bit about the problem, and we all remember the saying from the 60s. Most of us do, I think. Well, maybe there's one back there. But the rest of us all remember the saying from the 60s. If you're not part of the solution, you're what?
Part of the problem.
You're part of the problem. So what are the problems in the world right now? Come on. What are the problems?
Water.
Water.
Water. Hunger.
Hunger.
War.
War.
Greed. Fear.
Greed. Fear.
Violence.
Violence. Excellent.
Congress.
We'll get to that. What are the problems in your life? Nobody's going to offer up those. Oh, Betty will. Thank you.
The only problem is that I believe I'm separate from God.
Believing you're separate from God. Yes. Sherry. Is it Sherry? Cheryl.
Sherry.
Sherry. Okay, I got it right.
You're like being homeless.
Being homeless.
I don't have a home.
She doesn't have a home. Yes.
Income.
Income. Money. Anybody else have money on their list? A few? Okay. Okay. We did some work earlier this month. I know a lot of you are new. But earlier this month, on the first Sunday in January, we did a burning bowl where we took those problems. We took what we wanted to release. Angie had quite a nice talk about all the things that hold us back. Fear, worry. What were some of them? Fretting was the worry. Come on, Angie, help me.
Doubt.
Doubt.
Apprehension.
Apprehension.
Anger.
Anger. And we took and we put on little pieces of paper what we thought we needed to let go of. And we wrote those out on paper and we took them outside and we had a fire outside and we burned them. How many of you still are not worrying or angry, or we're only 3 weeks later? Something like that? Has some of that come back? Did you really get rid of it when you burned it? I'm getting mixed messages. Some of it, a lot of it, maybe not all of it.
For that moment.
For that moment. Every moment is a new moment. And if you're not manifesting what you want to manifest in your life, as Jonah was saying, maybe some of these things are the reason why. Every thought is a prayer. You know, we tell you, come here, and we'll stand here in truth with you and pray with you. But if you walk away and 5 minutes later you say, gee, I wonder if that worked, you just erase the whole thing. If the next day you wake up and say, is there enough money? You just erase the whole thing. Every single thought is a prayer. Every one of them. So I have a list. This is not a new list, guys. I've been doing this for the last, I don't know how many times that I've spoken over the last year. I've probably given you this list before. We must release blame. Blame is a big one. We do not take personal responsibility for what's going on in our lives. We've been bad about it. We like to blame Congress. Told you I'd get to it. We like to blame the economy. Trust me, I travel all over this country. The economy is not bad because you have to wait in a restaurant on Friday nights. If the economy was really bad, Malls would not be full of cars, and they are everywhere. We're blaming things that are not even real. And we need to release blame. We need to let go of that. This one's tough, guys. No opinions. Opinions. I have opinions. Damn, do I have opinions. But we got to let go of them. Opinions keep us separated from spirit and from each other. Opinions keep you different from me. Opinions keep you better or worse than me. Ever play that game? Yeah, when Rick and I do that, I smile and say, isn't it wonderful that we're so perfect? Just my gentle reminder that this is not the truth. Oh, yeah, see, I saw that look between the two of you. You do that too, don't you?
Only you.
Yeah. Think about letting go of your opinions. They're just, we know that saying. We don't have to go there. We know that saying about opinions. They're just your opinions, but they're keeping you separate. No complaining. No commiserating. God, you guys, I've told you this over and over again. No complaining. Put a smile on your face and focus on what you want. Focus on reality. Focus on truth. Focus on spirit. If you're complaining, you're creating what it is that you don't want. It's fun. God, it's fun. It's habit. It's really fun to go call somebody. Oh, I don't feel good today. Because what are you trying to do? You're trying to get attention, aren't you? You're trying to get that pat on the back that for some reason you're not able to give yourself. And where we have to get in our lives is where we aren't dependent on what you think of me or what you give me. We're only dependent on what's inside of us, which is God, which is spirit, which is love. No complaining, no commiserating. Somebody starts, change the subject. Remind them how wonderful life is. Focus on what is good, and that will expand. Focus on what is not, what you're trying to get rid of. You focus on that, you're just creating more and more and more of it. This one comes straight from Michael Beckwith. No reaction to apparent negativity. Think about that one. No reaction to apparent negativity. This one's really hard for me. I'm going to tell the story. I was at the Vons gas station a couple of days ago. Friday, Angie, I stopped in the office. And I was very upset. And I was very concerned. And please, I don't want anybody in here taking this personally. There was a woman at the gas station who could barely walk. And she was driving that car. I was concerned for the safety of myself and everybody else on the road to begin with, because if you can barely walk, you're not going to have much of a reaction time. And I got upset to this apparent negativity. Had anything happened? No. Just saw a lady struggling to even walk. I mean, she got out of her car. She had to walk into the little store at the Vons gas station. I pulled up. I watched her walking, and how slowly she was walking kind of caught my attention. I pulled up. I got my gas and was ready to leave before she got out of the store. She was moving that slowly. I was concerned that she was driving, and I was concerned that she had nobody to help her. I played it up in my mind for a while. Came home and told Rick about it. I was reacting to apparent negativity, but nothing happened. I was creating it all in my head. It's not real. Doesn't mean we ignore life and we ignore society. But I put myself through a lot of stuff I didn't need to do. Just because I was reacting to apparent negativity. Apparent negativity. Something comes up in your life that you think is bad. And you react to it and you let your mind play with that for a while. I don't know if we'll ever get rid of playing with it all. I don't know if I will ever get there. But my goal is to do it for less and less time. Not to do it as much. Find yourself, catch yourself. If you're in a relationship with someone who can do it for you, ask them to catch you in that apparent negativity. That if you're swimming in it, ask them to catch you and remind you gently and lovingly, that's not the truth. The truth is all is well. If we could do this, if we could let go of blame, if we could let go of complaining, if we could let go of this reaction to apparent negativity, if we could release worry, if we could release fear, that would be what Jonna mentioned. That would be heaven. Heaven is not a place. Heaven is a state of consciousness. If we could do that, can you imagine that day? A day where you woke up in the morning with a smile on your face, and you carried it throughout the day, not reacting, even though you were going through your normal activity. I mean, maybe you can do it if you hide out in your basement. Maybe. But you go through your normal day. I don't watch news because that gets my head going. That's just me. But you can find the things for you that get your head going. Let those go for one day. One day of no blame, no complaining, no worrying, no digging in your crap. You're going to tell me you don't have crap. I know you do. Because we all do. One day. Breathe in, smile, breathe out, smile. That's heaven. Guys, if we could get through a day like that, that would be heaven. That's what we're after. That's what we're after. Do you need more money? Oh, it got silent when I asked that question. Need. If we can release the wants, Michael Beckwith calls them appetites. I call them habits. We have habits. We say things without even thinking about it. Has anyone ever heard words come out of your mouth that your mother said? Those are habits. Those are habits. If we can let those go and remember that if we're breathing, if our eyes are open and we're breathing, it's a damn good day. We're caught up in things we think we want, things we say we need. You don't need it. I tried to pull a jacket out of our cabinet, out of our closet in the hallway yesterday. I couldn't squeeze anything else in, and I put my hands on my hips and I said, Rick, we are not buying any more jackets, period, end of discussion. Don't even think about it, don't look at them, forget it. I don't need anything. The truth is, I have, because I am everything I need. There is nothing external that is going to fix you. A better house, a better partner, a better bank account are not going to make you better.